On the program now in studio, I'm joined by Mr. Hope Mkunte, who is founder of Green Gold Social, as we talk about tree planting. And of course, we know that forests are the lungs of the earth. And so what more could be greater news than finding out that more people are getting involved in creating these forests? Hope, thank you so much for agreeing to be on Climate Check.
Thank you so much, Mary.
All right. Now, let's first talk about your interest in creating these forests, in planting trees, before we talk about your organization. Why the interest?
I think that I grew up in Choma, Southern Province, and my grandfather had more than 100 hectares of land there. So we're always, like into farming and planting trees. So I saw it as we were growing up. Yes.
And now you went on to found an organization called Green Gold Social. Let's talk about this organization. What is the main focus?
Thank you so much, Mary. So Green Gold Social is an NGO that is based in Chongwe, that is planting indigenous Zambian trees.
Indigenous?
Yes, okay. And also helping farmers become climate resilient through agroforestry.
Okay.
So our focus is reforestation, meaning we are trying to replace the trees that have been cut down at a faster rate than they are being cut down.
Mm-hmm. I know that during the 2023-2024 season, Zambia experienced an El Nino, and this affected the energy sector. And unfortunately, we saw mass deforestation for charcoal production. And Chongwe was one of the areas that was affected. How is your project bridging this gap?
Thank you so much, Mary. Actually, how I started this project is when I moved to Chongwe, I ran quite a lot. So I was going on a run, and then I met this man on a bike with charcoal. So I started talking to him and asking him where he got the charcoal from and what trees that they cut down. And from there, I just developed the interest of just discovering that in Chongwe, there's been massive tree cutting. So as a project, what we have been doing is training villagers about the importance of sustainable tree cutting, and also just providing sustainable livelihoods so that they just don't depend on charcoal. So for instance, we have a group of about 25 seed collectors.
Okay.
These are former charcoal burners in Chongwe who we have in the project, who are, instead of cutting trees now, are helping us collect the seeds that we plant in December.
Tell me about the seed collection. So you are getting these seeds from the actual indigenous trees.
Yes.
And then you use them to replant, to plant.
Yes. So what happens, Mary, is that these trees, for instance, like Mutondo, the tree that we are planting, is called Jubinaja paniculata in English. It is a tree that people cut down for charcoal. So it drops its seeds between July and September.
Okay.
So during that time, our seed collectors go in the bush, collect these seeds, and then they sell these packaged seeds to us, to the project, and then we keep them. Then in December, we go back and plant them in the forest.
Okay. And so far, how has that been going? What feedback are you getting from these seed collectors and community members?
It has been going so well. We started with 10 seed collectors in 2025.
Okay.
Now we are at 25. And we've even included people living with disabilities in Chongwe.
That's good.
Yes, that has been a very positive, because you see, for most people, they rely on small-scale farming. When they are not farming, they don't have a source of income. But then, because our project offers the money for these green jobs, now they are able to collect seeds and earn money entirely almost all year through. So the response has been that so many people now, in different villages, in more than 5 villages now, want to join our seed collection network.
Okay. And let's talk about the actual planting of the trees. How has that project, that part of the project, been panning out? Where are you planting these trees, and who are you working with in these communities?
Okay, so we are planting these trees in Chongwe in 3 villages.
Okay.
We are expanding to 5 villages this year. So in Kapuka, Chikwela, where the project is based, and also in Chisengu, in Chiliabale, and Kampekete. We planted 10,000 trees in March this year in Chisengu village. And this is the place where the village headman there chose because he showed us where people had cut down trees a lot and said, okay, I want you to plant the trees here.
And how long do these trees take to grow? I know that these are indigenous trees.
Yes.
They are not like oranges and apples, which will just grow within a year. How long does it take? And let's talk about the care after planting.
True. So when we started this project first, we were planting these trees from seedlings.
Okay.
But Chongwe has a severe lack of water. And we had a challenge in not only buying the grow bags because we are self-funded, but in also just finding water to water the seedlings for like 4 months up to the time when they are ready in December. So what we are doing now is we are planting the seeds directly in the ground. So we soak them in warm water for about 3 or 5 days to help improve the germination to about 90%. And then in December, actually like in January when it is raining and when we are sure of moisture, we plant them. And then we have found out that we have about 80% survival rate of these trees if we plant them around January, because then they have 3 months to stabilize while the rain is still there.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. And how has been the response from these communities, these villages that you work in on this project? Are they supportive? Are they involved actively?
Initially, it was very difficult because I think that, when you're starting something new, and I always like to say this, that everyone agrees that it is good, it's a good thing to plant trees.
Yes.
But no one thinks it's their job. So, just going in these villages to talk to them, it was a bit difficult. But then when the headmen got involved, they're the ones now who are able to organize the meetings. And so far, we have about 150 villagers, mostly women and young people, who are active in our tree planting project. So I would say that the response has been good over the past 2 years. And we're looking for more people to join us.
Let's now talk about the award that you recently won. Tell us about it and congratulations.
Thank you so much. So around March, we entered into a competition called the First NDC Challenge, where we entered our Forest Park initiative.
You can put it on the table.
Okay, thank you so much.
Where we find it.
Where we entered our Forest Park initiative as one of the, I would say, like forest products to compete there. From a group of about 300 applicants, we came down to 10, and then we were the top 3. So what this product does, it contains about 3,000 seeds, indigenous Zambian seeds that can cover a hectare of land. And so these are like indigenous Zambian seeds like Mutondo, we have Musango, we have Acacia, Musekese, and there's another pack which has tamarind, baobab, and ngai as well. So this actually fights climate change because if you plant a hectare of Mutondo, it can store up to 3.5 tons of carbon per year.
Wow.
So Mutondo, the same tree that people cut down for charcoal, is very key for climate action.
You spoke about the tree that they use for charcoal production. What's the name again? Mutondo. And then you also spoke about the Musango tree. Yes. Let's talk about its benefits.
Musango. So Musango is a nitrogen-fixing tree that boosts soil health. And by integrating Musango with maize, by intercropping with maize, it can actually boost the soil health so that the farmers who are doing this, maybe from 1 year to 3 years, they will actually stop using artificial fertilizer. Yes, so it takes the place of the artificial fertilizer by, boosting the soil health because it is like nitrogen fixing. And
it provides some sort of a shade even to the plants.
Yes, and also the thing with Musango, like it doesn't compete with the maize for sunlight because Musango shades its leaves in the rain season. It is an evergreen tree and drought resistant. All year round from March up to October, it is green. But when it starts raining, it sheds the leaves, and then those leaves now become organic manure in the maize field.
Okay. So it's a two-way fixing.
Yes. So it fixes from the organic manure from the leaves, as well as like in the soil, the nitrogen fixation.
Yes. Is it the same one as Grylicidia?
Yes, so like Grilicidia is a fast growing tree.
And it's also among the seeds that you
Yes, it's also among the seeds, yes. Grilicidia is actually the tree that we prefer to use because it is fast growing.
Okay.
In a year, it can reach up to 3 meters.
Okay.
And also the beautiful thing about Grilicidia is that the leaves are very nutritious fodder for cows, sheep, and goats. So if you are a farmer who wants to try agroforestry, not only does it fix your soil, you can also feed your animals all year through because it is also evergreen and drought resistant.
Okay. And I must commend the work that you're doing, especially that you put this together as an individual to help your country, especially in terms of creating a forest cover. Are you working with any partners, any organizations to support the work that you're doing? Because I know it could be expensive to run this as an individual.
Yes, so I think for the first 2 years, I was just doing this alone with my own funding.
Okay.
Yeah, from my consultancy jobs as a communications consultant. And then we did receive about $1,000 from a project called the Pollination Project in the USA.
Okay.
Towards our Chongwe Reforestation Project, where we are planting 20,000 trees.
Okay.
So far, that has been the only funding that we received. But also, it was because previously we were not registered as an NGO. So we're just working in the community, just trying to build like the relationships and just trying to have a track record of our work. But now we are fully registered, with Ministry of Community Development.
Okay.
We have a bank account, and now we have a few employees, some full-time, some part-time. And so we are applying for grants and support, both at Ministry of Green Economy, and they've been very supportive in guiding us on what to do. Yes, so I'm sure that it's just a matter of time some people will come on board.
Yeah,
and
yes, please continue.
And also, we have a very vibrant and supportive community on our Facebook page. We have about 45,000 followers. And whenever we have a tree planting, sometimes we post to ask for support and people send money through our Airtel money. And that has been very helpful.
Okay.
Yes.
I was actually going to ask how you are working with the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment to support your work, because they are the ministry at the helm of the work that you're doing.
Yes. So, for instance, one of the things that the Ministry of Green Economy does for us is that whenever we need a reference or like a letter of support, they easily recommend and say, we know about Green Gold Social and the work that they are doing. And whenever there are grants to apply for, they actually let us know, and we have been applying. We haven't been successful yet, but we'll get there.
Eventually, indeed. What is the impact of your work in these communities?
I think, to be honest with you, the impact of our work is that we have been able to provide jobs, especially to our seed collectors. Because when you talk about charcoal burning and people cutting down trees for farming, it is all because they want to eat. The root cause of climate change is in Zambia and in Africa is actually poverty. So for us, by providing jobs, we have been able to give people sustainable incomes.
As opposed to charcoal production.
Yes, as opposed to charcoal production. Of course, there are some who still do charcoal, but now they're actually also doing this. And eventually, in the next 5-10 years, we want to be able to reduce or completely stop people cutting down trees for charcoal in Chongwe.
Yes. And are you seeing any mindset change among these communities? Because planting these trees is one thing, collecting the seeds is another, but having this mindset change is the most sustainable way of impactful change.
That's a very good question, Mary, because this work that we are doing, even though we're going to be in Chongwe and other parts of Zambia for a long time, we need people to do this on their own. What we want is to see Zambians who can make planting trees and taking care of the environment just as part of, their daily life. If they can't ask permission to cut down trees, they shouldn't even be able to ask permission to actually do this. So we have what we call forest champions that we trained in Chongwe. And these are part of our seed collectors, but they also alert us whenever there are bushfires and whatnot. And they have been able to do this work on their own in Chongwe, minus us going there every time. So we are seeing people taking this up on their own. And it's also because we have a very good relationship with the headmen in these villages. The headmen, their word is so strong. They are the authority figures there. And we are being able to see them taking part and planting trees on their own without us getting involved sometimes.
Okay, you can put it down now, the pack. Okay. How about people that, farming is the in thing now, even for people that live in urban areas, almost half the population have some land somewhere where they're hoping to retire to. Maybe some of them are already doing agriculture. And most of this land, when they buy it, mostly it's virgin land and it has a lot of trees. But because of wanting to do agriculture or to start building, there's always the land use change and the trees are gone. What is your word of advice to the people that are buying virgin land and the cutting down of trees?
I think the word for me, and this is something that I've observed from everyone, even from them that I was working, a lot of us buy land as security. A lot of us have land in Kwamungule and like these other places where you have just land sitting there for 10 years. You're not even doing anything about it. My advice is to plant trees there and just to keep on planting every year, so that by the time you actually move there, like if you're going to build there or start farming, you can actually find you have made a difference and you're actually fighting climate change minus being there, like physically. Yes.
Okay. And Hope, as we let you go, what does the future look like for Green Gold Social? Let's say 5 to 10 years.
We're a very ambitious project. This year we are going to plant 200,000 trees. We have already received 300 kgs of seed from our seed collectors.
Okay.
In the next 10 years, we want to be doing at least 1 million trees every year. And not only in Chongwe, but in other areas in Zambia.
Okay. Hope, I'd like to thank you so much for coming to the program and for sharing this work that you're doing, which is very, very commendable. And I wish all of us had the courage to just take this step and help our country, help our community. But hearing stories such as yours is very inspiring. We can only wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Mary, and also thank you to ZNBC.
All right. I've been speaking to Hope Mkunte, who is founder of the Green Gold Social, a non-governmental organization that is working in Chongwe area to plant trees, collect seeds, and encourage the spirit of tree planting and improve our forest cover as a country. Join me on the other side.